morning, and this time we get a chance to say happy 4th of July to you. How's your day starting out? I came outside because it is absolutely gorgeous. Sitting outside, you'll probably hear it. You'll hear fountains going. We're all ready. I'll do a little 360 degrees of what the house is looking like as we get ready to have just a small little get together with some good friends and family tomorrow. Today, might go to a friend's house to see the fireworks, but no matter what, I'd say, like the authorities are, leave it to the pros. Go watch a professional one put on. And we're going to give you a long list of where you can do just that. If you are going to go ahead and take it upon yourself and shoot off your own fireworks, please be safe. Just please be safe. And again, remember, authorities are cracking down on those of you that are going to turn it over to your kids. If they find that out, they said that they are cracking down big time this year. Want you to be safe. Want you to have an incredible holiday. Tell your family and friends that we are on this morning. A lot of you are off work, or the kids, of course, are home from school for the summer. So I'd love to see some big numbers. We've got a great show on tap for you today as we get you ready for the 4th of July. I came outside. Over my shoulder, it was smoking just about 5 minutes ago because Jim is already going to smoke his pork butt. So for those of you that are coming over tomorrow, a little smoking of the pork butt is going to happen. We're also going to have some salsicas and bratwurst. Yes, hamburgers and hot dogs. It is, after all, America's birthday. And so we're all decked out in red, white, and blue. We've got some news you can use this morning. And then we're going to get into our Foodie and Fitness Friday. Today, we're going to feature Chef Jack MacMurray. He is with the Old Hickory Golf Club now, but he also used to have this illustrious career from so many different restaurants. We're going to talk about his seasonings that you can use on your barbecue this year. Yes, maybe you can get a chance to get those and put it on your own. And then we're going to get into the fitness aspect, and that will be a good back workout. We're going to do that workout for you from Crunch Fitness. We've got a lot planned for you this morning. But before we do that, we want to know, what is the weekend going to look like? And we're going to turn that one over to our aspiring meteorologist, Beckett Moore, in the segment we call What the Weather.
Good evening from St. Louis, Missouri, and it is a beautiful one.
And you see that? It is brought to you now. If you haven't heard, we announced this on Monday by GradeWorks LLC. We are so excited to have Mike Verdacey as part of our segment. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning. Happy 4th.
Happy 4th to you. So you're at your cottage now, right? All decked out in red, white, and blue?
Yes, I am.
We're celebrating America's birthday. We're excited. I'm excited. I get a chance to spend some time outside of work with Beckett and his family tomorrow. Are you looking forward to coming to the pool?
Yes, that'll be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very good time. Other than that, what do you have on tap for today?
Yeah, so today we're going to have a golf cart parade and then a flag raising ceremony, I think, and then some carnival games. So just like a couple games in a field, and then I work the concession stand at 3 to 5. And fireworks, I think, in Grafton tonight.
Oh, that should be, yeah, we got a full list, by the way. And if you ever want to add anything to our list, folks, just let us know where you're going to watch. Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic time. Well, of course, the weather is what we're interested in for today, throughout the weekend. Are we going to need to be in the pool the entire time? That's what we're going to be interested in. And then we're going to show you a little bit more about GradeWorks so you know what they do so that you can support them, since they're supporting our awesome Beckett and his education. So Beckett, take it away.
All right, yeah, so looking at the 7-day forecast for today, your 4th of July, mostly sunny skies with a high in the mid-90s there at 94. Then as we head into tomorrow, we're going to be keeping those sunny skies a little bit warmer with a high near 95. Sunday, though, that's when we start seeing rain chances and won't stop for a while with a 40% chance of storms, high 91. We continue that rain chance, though we could see some sunshine on Monday and Tuesday, keeping those highs near 90. And then continue to keep those highs near 90 for Wednesday and Thursday, and also continue to see some rain. So overall sunny, hot weather as we head into today and then Saturday, but then rainy weather for the rest of next week.
Yeah, so the heat index, I don't know if it's changed at all, but I was talking yesterday, the heat index they were showing for tomorrow was going to be like 99. So the real feels are going to be almost near 100.
Yes, it's
No
going to
wonder
be.
why Jim is smoking today. He's like, I'm not doing that tomorrow.
No, that sounds horrible. Yeah.
Probably smart for sure. So we always talk about this to hydrate, to make sure you're taking care of yourself, etc. Your mom sent this to me, and I know around Christmas time you might all remember that Beckett had us over to his house, and we showed all the inflatables in front of their front yard. At the cottage, did you bring this one along with you?
Yes, yes, we did, and it's great.
And your dog. What's your dog's name again?
Yeah, that's Hazel right there.
Yep, Hazel. Does Hazel get scared of the inflatables?
No, but Violet, who's our other younger dog, when she first saw him, she would like bark at them and run at them, but she's good with them now.
Again, we don't even know how many they have. They just absolutely love the inflatables. Well, if
Yeah.
I thought you could fit it, I would say put that in the car and take it from your cottage and bring it over here and we'd throw it in the pool. Well, we're going to have a good time. Again, I know you're so excited. You saw that on Monday, but once again, a shout out to Mike for sponsoring your segment, right?
Yes, absolutely. Great works. Thank you.
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more, and we're going to show you him in action here in just a second. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Until then, have a wonderful 4th of July, Beckett.
You too.
Okay, that's Beckett Moore, our aspiring meteorologist. Follow him again on X and on YouTube. That's where he is most active. So let's talk about this. Look at this. This is what our friend Mike does. He is with Gradeworks LLC. So if you need excavation work, but he also does roofing. So he said, a lot of people with all the rain that you dealt with over the last month and a half, that you might need some grade work done at your home. They do expert excavation, land management services. They serve Franklin County and surrounding areas, and they are safe and trusted. They're a full-service excavation company. So we're talking land clearing, brush hogging, forestry management and mulching, grading and trenching, excavation. They do brush hogging. Again, they also do roofing because he came from that background. So I want you to support those that support us. Thank you, Mike. We love you, and thank you for being a part of our What the Weather segment. Again, remember this name, Gradeworks LLC, and their website is gradeworksmo.com. That's grade, WRXMO.com. All right, if you're just tuning in, and a lot of you thought, well, maybe they'd take the day off. Nope, this team goes. We wanted to kick off your 4th of July in good spirits. Look at this. I'm going to put this one on for you. Okay, it's time to celebrate the 4th. Yes, get all your gear going, the red, white, and blue. We've got the fans. We're going to put some bunting up. I even have this. This is how proud I am of my country. What about you? USA! USA! Let's go! Celebrate proudly, right? It's important to do so. We've got a fun show on tap for you today. And you know what? After the week we've had, we've needed that. It's been an emotional one. I know a lot of you have said, holy cow, Monica, a lot of tears have been falling from your head, I'm sure, from your eyes, I should say, I'm sure, this week, because it's been emotional. But sometimes we do those emotional, inspirational stories, and then we have some fun with you like we will today. Let's get into some news, though. I mentioned that we've got a full list for you of where you can watch the fireworks on the 4th of July. And we want to thank our friends over at KMOV for providing this incredible list. I'm going to send it over to Jenny, and she's going to drop it in for you because it's a pretty long list of where you can watch. We're talking about Celebrate St. Louis, which kicked off yesterday and today. That's, of course, downtown St. Louis. The Heritage and Freedom Fest, that's today and tomorrow in O'Fallon, Missouri. Webster Groves fans, and again, we're talking about our local celebrations. If you live out of state or you're in another country, then just try to celebrate along with us, right? Kirkwood Freedom Festival, that's today in Kirkwood Park. Eureka Independence Day celebrations today at the Eureka Parks and Recreation Development. Star Spangled Night, that's at Six Flags. St. Charles Riverfront kicks off today through the 6th, and that's going to be Riverfest. Electric Sky is during the 7 to 11 p.m. time frame at the City Museum. The view of the fireworks right across the St. Louis area from the rooftop. JB Blast, of course, at Jefferson Barracks, and that begins at 9:15. Gates, though, opening up at 5 p.m. Blast Bash, that's tomorrow at Westport Plaza's outdoor event venue. They have the Ferguson 4th of July Festival, Godfrey, Illinois. They have that beginning at 5 o'clock. Manchester 4th of July celebration. Also in Wentzville, the parade's at 10 o'clock this morning at the Ice Arena. Festivities continuing in Progress Park, where the fireworks are at 9:30. Grafton Independence Day fireworks that Beckett was just talking about, that's at the Lighthouse Park, and that's at 9:30 tonight, right over the Mississippi River. Really cool. Again, if you're just tuning in, giving you an idea of where you can watch the fireworks. Again, leaving it to the pros. Independence Day celebration at Bluebird Park in Ellisville. 3rd of July, they had that at Twin Oaks Park, and hopefully some of you had a chance to go to that last night, kicking off your celebration early. They also had some celebrations over in O'Fallon, as well as the fireworks cruise at the Gateway Arch. That's also going to be tonight. They did it last night, but they'll do it again tonight. And then live music with St. Charles River Fest and the Alton Fireworks Spectacular. They did that last night. Florissant, they have a festival on the grounds of the James J. Egan Civic Center, and that's an outdoor concert as well. Some of these they may have done again on the 3rd, and a lot of them, I think one that I mentioned earlier, I think that was actually on June 27th. Yeah, the JB Blast was actually June 27th, so I don't think that one's tonight. As I mentioned, a full list that Jenny is dropping in for you so that you can know where you can go and celebrate America's birthday. So I hope you're all having a great start to your day. Good morning, Barbara, Babs, love you. Hope you're having a great start to your day. For those of you that are just tuning in, yep, we're here for you. And we've got a great food and fitness show on tap for you. Kathleen, happy 4th to you. Good morning. Be safe, everyone, she says. So that's the list of where you can watch. Also, if you're heading out, and by the way, with the 4th of July landing on a Friday, it's actually going to play in your favor from how the gas prices are. So Amazon Prime members are going to save $1 a gallon on fuel this 4th of July weekend. How about that? Gas prices may be at their lowest level, in fact, since 2021, but you Prime members, you can save $1 per gallon for up to 35 gallons at select gas stations this 4th of July holiday weekend. You can link your account to BP's Earnify rewards program to get the deal at participating Amoco, BP, and AM/PM gas stations, and that is nationwide. By the way, according to Gas Buddy, the national average for a gallon of regular unleaded $3.15. I was driving around here in St. Louis and seeing it below $3, $2.99. I think it was like $2.93 elsewhere. So yeah, love that the prices are down. Missouri Highway Patrol, by the way, will be visible on local roads and hopefully all over your own highway if you're outside of our area. They will be visible for the 4th of July weekend as they're, again, trying to keep everyone safe. They told KMOV they will be making themselves visible on the roads in the coming days. Corporal Dallas Thompson said, quote, "You'll start to see more troopers along area highways as of yesterday as people start to make their way to their destinations for the holiday weekend. Their main goal, keeping problem drivers off the road and making the roads safer for each and every one of you." And I'm just going to always add, please do not drink and drive. Designate a driver. Well, if you are driving and you drive a Nissan, a heads up, 440,000 plus vehicles are being recalled for potential engine failure. It is for Nissan Rogues between 2021 to 2024 and 2019 through 2020 Altimas, as well as a number of 2019 and 20 through 22 Infiniti QX50s and 2022 Infiniti QX55s sold under the automaker's luxury brand. The vehicles impacted carry specific VC turbo engines that may have manufacturing defects in their bearings. So again, a lot of times you will get the recall. Drivers can confirm if their specific vehicle is included in the recall and find more information on you can just go to Nissan's recall lookup. If you do that, you'll know if you are in fact on the list. Well, Social Security is applauding the passage of the legislation providing historic tax relief for seniors. The bill ensures that nearly 90% of Social Security beneficiaries will no longer pay federal income taxes on their benefits, providing meaningful and immediate relief to seniors who have spent a lifetime contributing to our nation's economy. We need to take care of our seniors, don't we? So yeah, there's a lot of people weighing in on the big, beautiful bill that did pass narrowly, but it did in fact pass. And there are so many levels to it. So I would highly recommend that you look up, how is this going to benefit me? There's a lot of things: tax cuts, business incentives, $4.5 trillion in total tax reductions, extending and expanding the 2017 Trump tax cuts, Child tax credit increases, middle income households seeing tax cuts, immediate expensing for business, equipment, and research. There's a lot of small businesses that are applauding this as well. As I said, I would have to go on and on and on about this, and we don't make this a news and a political show, but I did at least want to put it in because it is something a lot of people are talking about. Might want to look into it to see how it will, in fact, affect you. Okay, if you haven't driven down already, there are many of you that might be hitting the roads and heading to the Lake of the Ozarks. Please, please, please be careful. A man died after drowning at the Lake of the Ozarks Wednesday. According to the Missouri State Highway Patrol, the incident happened just before midnight Thursday. Troopers responded to the 8-mile marker. There was a report that a person had drowned, and the 70-year-old man from Wentzville, who was a boat operator, fell into the water and he was pronounced dead at the scene. We're hoping to not come back on Monday and have more reports like this. I always get scared because, again, you got a lot of people out there, a lot of people drinking behind the drive of the boat. And again, just be safe, just be smart. I know you want to have fun, but please be smart. All right, Star Wars fans, you recognize this face. This is Kenneth Colley. He died at the age of 87. The British actor known for his role in the Star Wars trilogy has died. He died on June 30th at his home in England after contracting COVID and developing pneumonia. His agent announced his death on July 3rd in a statement first reported by the BBC. So rest in peace to him. All right, in sports news, I've been mentioning for the last few days that the Cards are in Chicago. And if you are still looking for something to do and you're spontaneous, you might want to see if there are some tickets available, because today at 1:20, the Cards and the Cubs are in action. Then it's tomorrow at 1:20, and Sunday that game will be at 5:10. Always a fun series, and what a quick drive, an easy drive again to head over to Chicago. All right, we've got a handful of things on tap today, and one in particular that's tied to my baby Adelaide. Alice in Wonderland Day. Of course, it's Independence Day. National Caesar Salad Day. All right, a lot of you might be looking for something to bring to your friend's house. It's National Caesar Salad Day, and to go with our Foodie Friday, it's National Barbecued Spare Ribs Day. And how ironic. We didn't even know that, but that's exactly what we're cooking up for you today for our Foodie Friday. From St. Louis ribs to... We're going to make German potato salad with bacon. We're going to make Brussels sprouts with bacon as well. And that is because we're going to be joined by the 2-time world champion, bacon champion, Jack Mac. But before we do that, I've got to say happy birthday to this gorgeous baby. Happy birthday, Adelaide. We've already been singing happy birthday to her. Look how tiny she was when we got her 6 years ago. That's how old she is today. And I'm just looking at these pictures of my godchild, Kylie. Look how small she was laying next to her. She, of course, was a rescue from the APA, and we originally fostered her. I'm going to tell you, we only fostered her for about an hour, where I was already calling her my baby and come to mama. So that's her as a baby, and this was her yesterday.
I want to wish that sweet girl a happy birthday. Adelaide, it's your birthday. Whose birthday? You want birthday cake? What? A cake? Do you remember when I first got you? Let's go back and look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. Tessa, let's look at it. Do you remember when we got your baby sister? Here it is. Look at all these pictures. Let's go. How about we look at this video? Getting to know one another. And those are Mom's shoes, and you stay away from those. Good job, you two. Good job. Good girl. Yeah, I know. So excited. This is going well so far. You want to bring her a toy? Huh? Hey, little one. We don't know your name yet. But I know that you sprinkled water all over the floor. Let's go back outside and try to go to the bathroom. Come on. All right, let's go outside. Let's go play, okay? Come on, Tess. Let's show her outside. Stay tuned. Look at her. She's trying to figure life out with her big sister. Come here.
And she takes off doing zoomies.
Hello there. Hello.
Oh my God. Look
Hello
how
there.
cute she was.
You're so cute. Tessa, come play with her. Hello, kiddo.
Gosh.
Oh, so cute.
Okay, everybody. I had to go back 6 years. Look at that face. She's changed so much. She had so much white. She was so tiny. I mean, I absolutely love puppies. So, I'm all about rescuing. Again, adopt, don't shop. That's the hashtag we always want to use. And we can't wait to be joined with Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa, Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue. We'll be back with them with Positive Talk Time next Thursday. Folks, I hope you're having a great start to your day. Let's get it underway. Let's do our Foodie and Fitness Friday. We're going to be visiting with Jack MacMurray, better known as Jersey Jack Mac. And before we do that, Michelle heading out saying happy 4th, happy birthday, Adelaide. Absolutely. Jenny, happy birthday, my sweet Addie girl. You are the sweetest baby girl ever. Just absolutely love you. And I know she's waiting to get some kisses from her Aunt Jenny tomorrow. Angie, happy 4th. Be safe today. Happy birthday, Adelaide. Angie, you can give her some tomorrow during the workout as well. Everybody, let me know what you're doing. Where are you going to go watch fireworks? Are you having people over? Whatever you do, thank you so much for kicking off your morning with us. Let's eat some food. Crunch Fitness fans, St. Peter's location coming for you next in just a handful of weeks. Are you excited? So first of all, Florissant and then Baldwin, now St. Peter's coming and more to come. I will be talking with the crew over at Crunch Fitness and letting you know where the next location will be. Have you joined yet? If not, you are missing out. 45,000 square feet. And then they've got the coolest classes and they don't nickel and dime you. That's the thing that I love. All these classes are included. The gym I used to be at, some of the classes were, and the ones I was really interested in, it was always dollar signs, not the case. And then recovery, don't forget about the hydro massage beds. They also have red light therapy. They have tanning there, and they have the best trainers. Truly, I am super impressed. And if I'm going to say, I'm real, I'm authentic, and that everything I tell you is straight out of my heart. I'm super impressed with their personal training over there. And just the management and everything. Dan Hatfield is running an incredible location at Baldwin where I'm going, but I'm excited for all of you in St. Charles County to get your Crunch Fitness on. So check it out. The rates are unbelievably low, and we're excited to be giving away a 1-year membership. So you have from right now till about 7:50 to say, I want in, I want to win a free membership. And it really truly is no strings attached. A 1-year membership we are giving you absolutely free. So you have no excuses to not get your mind, body, spirit in shape. So just type in right now in the comments, I want in, which means we're going to put you in the drawing for the 1-year membership. Good luck to you. We'll be doing that after our Foodie Friday. Well, good morning. And if you haven't heard me say, this has become one of my absolute favorite segments. It's a Foodie Friday. We've been doing this now for the past, month and a half, couple months. And I'm introducing you to some of my favorites from over my years in broadcasting. So this is Chef Jack Mac, Jersey Jack Mac, yes. Or look, here's his bio. Chef Jack W. MacMurray III. What's the W stand for?
West.
No, it stands for winner.
There you go.
Because we're going to talk about him winning the World Food Championship. I'm just going to call you Bacon Man.
Bacon, two-time Bacon World Champion.
Congratulations.
So, thank you.
I mean, that you've got to be very proud of that.
It's quite an honor, and 30 plus years of getting to there, so well worth it.
You are an incredible chef. And now we were sitting here reminiscing, and it's going to make me feel old. You and I first met. I did an interview with you when I was at KMOX, and I used to do my food shows on KMOX. Yeah. And your daughter was how old?
She was 4.
And she's now what?
22.
Okay,
so,
thanks.
Yeah, we're both old, but well, it's great to
we'll share it together.
And she's a great eater and really very knowledgeable, so I'm very happy for that. So
absolutely. What's your name?
Juliet.
Hello, Juliet. Thank you for making me feel old. Your dad's fantastic. So we're going to go through and talk about your bio. 1992, silver medalist graduate, Academy of Culinary Arts. So South Jersey.
Correct.
So
yes.
Where were you born?
In Atlantic City.
Okay.
So the Jersey Jack Mac and Atlantic City, when you play Monopoly, the yellow properties,
Yeah.
I was born on Atlantic Avenue.
Oh, okay.
And I kick your butt.
I'm
Monopoly,
sure you absolutely would.
It's the
right?
family game.
You know what would happen when we were kids? My brother, I'm going to tease him on this. We'd play Monopoly, and he was a sore loser, and he would take and he would just flip up the board, and the whole game was over for everybody.
Like Kramer.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome.
Done. Nobody wins.
Yes. Whoever's the banker always wins.
Right?
So, yes.
Okay, then chef in Vail, Colorado, back in the early 90s through 2001.
Yeah.
Cooked for President Ford and other prominent dignitaries. Winner, the Vail, Colorado Chili Cook-Off. Ooh, what do you put in your chili?
Well, there's red chili Colorado, and there's 7 different chilies, and we'll show you Mexican Madness from Chef Jack Mac's, and that's where that's where it was inspired from.
Okay,
So,
and that was what 98 through 2001.
Yeah, I won 3 years in a row. Also, pork green chili, which is huge in the Southwest.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Is
it spicy?
It's great spice.
You know I love my spice.
Yeah.
Again, Chef Jack Mac, we're going through his background because it is long. 99 and 2000, Taste of Vail Best Dish, Executive Chef in St. Louis, 2002, and then owner of Jack Mac's Distinctive Taste Catering and award-winning spice blends. What's your favorite if you had to pick one of these?
Of course, Rachel's Rub, which is smoky sweet and good heat, just like my wife, Rachel. So,
okay. Yeah.
And it's what there's 2 barbecue rubs, and we're going to use Rachel's Rub on the ribs today.
Absolutely. So these are all available where?
ChefJackMac.com.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll throw that up for you several times so that you can get those I love spices.
And they have at least 11 ingredients, so salt and sugar are balanced out. They're not salt shakers, so they're not sugar shakers, and that's huge. Definitely. There's limited sugars in these rubs, and I'm also a beekeeper. It's my 16th year as a beekeeper.
I was going to say that since 2010.
Yes.
I didn't know that about you.
Yep.
Well, we haven't seen each other in a while, so there's a lot of things you've done. And again, I can continue to go on, but it was 2021 when he became the World Food Champion, again, Bacon World Champion, and then 2024, 2-time Bacon World Champion.
Yes.
What's the WFC Final Table second place World Champion?
So the 10 champions. So when I won in 21, Mike Johnson with Sugar Fire won Burger World Champion.
Okay.
So we went down to South Carolina, and the 10 champions go for $100,000. I got second place by a half a point, so missed out on $100,000 by half a point.
Oh my God!
So
I missed it by that much. It's literally.
The 12 champions went to Oklahoma this year, where Walmart the base is there, or Arkansas, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
And Bentonville, and I finished 6th, but it was still awesome, and that was for $150,000. So it's amazing. So,
it's coming.
yes.
I hear it. Ching,
I'm
ching,
going
ching,
for 3rd champion.
It's coming
this October. In
and then
Indianapolis.
Kitchen Conservatory and Dearborn School of Cooking, cooking instructor. But you're with Old Hickory now.
Yep.
When did that start?
So I was executive chef there when we met, actually 06 and 07,
Okay.
and then I've been back since COVID. So 5 years back, and it's a phenomenal venue, and tons of weddings we do. We do like over 3 million in food and beverage, so it's hot and it's busy. So it's and
I was just going to say you're busy.
And we're busy because we're good. It's a beautiful place, great service, great consistent food. So
you know what? Again, if you're just tuning in on a Foodie Friday, we are at Slyman Brothers Appliances in West County. We're going to talk about these appliances we're going to use today. I'm going to ask you what you feel as a chef, right? But it's also the time in the kitchen that can get very, very stressful. You said something before we went on that your favorite thing in the kitchen is?
To hear my cooks laughing. So when we're set up and, it's busy, it's stressful work, but if they're laughing, have a good time, I've given them the tools to do their job and they're enjoying the environment.
You have to.
It's huge.
You love what you do, but if things get stressful and how do you get out of it? It's the team you create around you. All right, we're going to tell you what we're going to make here today, and he's going to say this, which I'm going to 100% agree with. We're going to do the warm bacon German potato salad, Brussels sprouts, which I love. We're going to blanch them.
Yes.
Okay, with a bacon lemon balsamic. Again, you feel the theme of bacon. And then Chef Jack Mac's Rachel's Rub STL Ribs, which would I want to hear the difference between STL Ribs and others.
Sure.
You're going to give us these recipes as we are celebrating America's birthday and giving you ideas because everybody likes to get around the grill and then think, well, what do we put on the sides? He's going to give us this, but are we going to do it as good as you?
Never. No. I'll give you the recipes. Just can't make it as good as me.
Exactly.
So. But,
all right, let's get started.
There's tricks and tips to do. So first off, the St. Louis rib is a weight. It's just so it's a full spare rib, about 4 pounds, and they're cut to 2.5 pounds. A true baby back rib is farther down the pig, and the spare rib is cut into the St. Louis rib. So this is where you see the mix in here. You can see that there's split up in here.
So that's what makes it a St. Louis rib.
And then a lot of ribs are peeled now. This is my trick. We're going to peel off the membrane so that the dry rub will have dry rub osmosis.
You'll get it.
Yeah.
Insane in the membrane.
Right, exactly.
Thank you. Everybody get that reference?
1990s.
If not, you're too young.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yep. So you can see if I'm easily, with a paper towel that's dry,
Okay.
I can
Pulling
get
off the membrane.
Yep, and therefore we can get in there and we can get the membrane off, and then we're going to do a dry rub here.
What would happen if you leave the membrane on?
It just doesn't penetrate as well.
Okay.
So in competition, you're doing ribs, and they're going to be on the smoker within the hour.
Right.
When I do them at work, they're dry rub 24 to 48 hours. So you have a dry rub osmosis, and that is where salt and sugars go and flavors go. Take out the moisture from the protein cell,
Okay.
and then bring flavor and moisture back into the protein cell so that you don't have dry food. Okay.
Well,
so
nobody
you
likes that.
Well, if you smoke it for 3.5 hours, and it would dry
Dry
out.
it out.
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
and then we generously, we use our hand to guide it, and
That is generous.
so you can get about 3 ribs off of a can here.
And which is this?
This is Rachel's rub.
All right, this is his favorite right here.
Sweet, smoking, good heat. And that's a balance,
Oh, that smells good. You told me 11 ingredients. What are the ingredients in this?
It's too many.
I smell paprika.
Well, there's paprika, there's chili powders, there's
Yeah.
chipotle powder.
Cumin?
There's cumin, there's granulated garlic, granulated onion.
Coriander?
A little bit, because you have the orange floral. Okay.
Yep.
Got a chef over here. So.
Yeah, right? They said something the other day about how women have a whole nother layer in their palates and in their noses. I think a lot of it, but it also depends. Are you a cooker? Are you a griller? Are you a baker? For guys, you'd be like, well, wait a minute, but I also cook. So it's cooks and women that they say have a higher level of that.
I'll believe you.
But you have it because you're a cook.
Well, it's through decades of experience.
Yeah.
I do want to say, this is a technique I learned from Emeril Lagasse like 30 years ago. Yeah, bam, for sure. So, and this is what I like about this is that we're gonna cook these ribs for 90 minutes at 350 degrees and convection bake. We're gonna double wrap it with foil and a cup of water, and the ribs are done. So this can be done a couple days. You could do it a week before, wrap them, freeze them, or a couple days before. And then you would take them out and put them on your charcoal grill, or reheat them in the oven.
Okay, I was just gonna say.
Yep.
So if we don't have the grill working, if we put it in the oven, how long and what temperature?
To reheat, it's like 25, 30 minutes.
Perfect.
So we got a cup of water, just a little moisture in there.
Okay.
And this is time tested, like so 90 minutes, and it's in the recipe we'll share.
Okay.
And then we do double foil, and we'll, I'm obsessive, like make sure that you lock this in.
Encapsulating
Yep,
it, right?
Yep.
Okay. Again, if you're just tuning in, a Foodie Friday, there are many Slyman locations. You're seeing our cooking segments at either the West County one, it's beeping at you because it thinks you're getting ready to cook. That's the induction stove, by the way, that we were on last week. We're going to use the Wolf oven. And again, they've got incredible, I'm going to ask you about this, like Sub-Zero and Wolf and Cove. So for you as a chef, how incredible are these appliances?
They're top notch, and crisp, clean. They light up right away. And I'm old school, so I love using gas all the time.
I agree.
And I see more and more homes with gas and induction that it just, as opposed to the old school electric.
Right. Well, and these are really fancy because there's a double stack.
Correct. Yeah.
So if we want something to go on a much lower, there's like 2 sections. We talked about this a while back.
Yeah.
So like they were saying if you're trying to do like chocolate and stuff and you want it to like burn and stick to the pan, you would then take it to that next level. So a double stack that you can look at when you come and look at a plant.
If I make jams, I like a very low temperature to reduce it slowly.
Okay.
So the lower temp, it does that. Some burners that aren't as good as this, their flame is too high to have a low temp reduction.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right. So again, if you're just tuning in, you're wondering, what are we making? It's America's birthday. Happy 4th of July, by the way, to each and every one of you. Chef Jack Mac is with us. So we're doing the St. Louis ribs. We're going to do potato salad, a German potato salad, and we're also going to do some Brussels sprouts. So potato salad, people can go way wrong with that.
Well, I picked the German one style because it's not mayo, heavy mayo. So it's a light. It's got your sour, sweet, smoky bacon and onion and garlic. So therefore, it's not a heavy, mayo based. Right. And that's my favorite, like summertime potato salad.
I agree. But some people overdo the vinegar, and then it's like, whoa, what'd you do to this?
Well, and then that's it. We're
going to teach.
Yeah, we'll do a little bit.
We're going to educate.
And we'll just use a little bit. So I'm going to switch with you, and we're going to get our bacon going over here.
We're going to dance in here.
Yep. So we have, We've been rendering the bacon here. We're going to split this in two.
Okay.
And then we've par cooked our potatoes. And we're going to get a little bit more water. If you hand me the water there.
Absolutely.
We have a couple cups of water. We're going to make some chicken stock. We have yellow mustard. I'll take the whisk.
Okay. I'm his sous chef.
There you go. Keep them busy.
You're like, yeah, Monica, you handed me water and a whisk. That's
So we
not a lot.
like to say in the kitchen, new cooks should be seen, not heard.
Okay. Okay, carry the show, my friend.
I will pass. No. So a good better than bouillon chicken base or a nice roasted chicken stock you make is excellent for this. And we'll do a little bit more water.
Okay.
Go ahead and pour about half a cup in there. Very good. That's good. Cool. All right. Then we flavor this to taste. Okay, we're done with that.
Okay.
All right. We'll get some yellow mustard.
I've never made a stock. We all just like buy it in a box.
Well, and that's so. I worked at a German hotel or in Vail for 10 years. So the 5-star German hotel for 5 of those years, and I cooked a lot of Bavarian food.
Sure.
So
What is your nationality, by the way?
Irish, Scottish, part German.
We're brother and
Yes,
sister.
exactly.
My dad's side is Irish and Scotch-Irish, right?
Right,
And
right.
then my mom's is German and Bohemian.
My dad's mother was born in England, so
Oh, how funny.
which we visited a couple years ago. It was
I bet
amazing.
you if we look into it, we're related.
It probably
Hi,
is.
cuz. How are you?
Yeah, that's how. All right, so we're picking up. We got family ties here. There we go.
Yeah, right?
Okay, so there's going to be a lot of bacon grease rendered, which is great flavor. Okay, all right, we're gonna put this over here for a second. I'm gonna grab this over the pan real quick.
Okay. Again, we're doing this German. We're going to give you the recipes to this, or you can always reach out to us if you'd like us to email it to you. We can do that as well. info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. And maybe you decide, hey, I'm going to run to the store. I'm seeing it this morning. I'm going to try these things as I have people over. We're having people over tomorrow, so maybe I'm going to make one of these for them.
Well, wait till you taste it because it's really. I mean, it's. I think simple, but it's going to be done right. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so we have our bacon being rendered,
Okay.
and then we're gonna add that into this pan in a couple of minutes,
Okay.
and we're gonna do some onion. And I say that from Jersey, it's onion.
Onion.
Okay? Onion. Okay. Like
And earlier you said you were going to tell me something about Cajun, and I said that's Cajun.
Cajun.
Yeah, right?
Well, that's probably one of my favorite cuisines.
Cajun?
Yes.
Ah.
Okay, so we're gonna let that continue to render over here. We'll turn down this heat, and this will be for our Brussels sprouts, and
Okay.
we'll get that going.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a little bit of water.
Yes.
And we'll get the water ready.
Yes, chef.
There you go. So we have that.
So let's
blanch
talk
our-
about some of the chefs that you've met over the years. Obviously, Emerald.
Yes.
That's 30 years ago.
So from Mark Miller to trying to think of some chefs from.
Did you meet Gordon when he came in town?
No, but I mean, a lot of people give him a hard time, but I just.
Oh,
I
he
think
was a sweetheart. I met him.
He's an awesome, incredible chef, and as well as I went the wrong way.
I was like,
we
smelling.
want to go to that low bottom. I was like, that's something's cracking here. His show's produced, so he's produced to
It's for effect.
to yell and scream.
Yes.
But that's how it was in the late 80s and 90s. And where he, in the 80s, where he's trained with Marco Pierre White was, you're working 100 hours a week,
Right.
week in, week out. His time there was 2 years. You talk about that intensity of that is just, you're about ready to
Right.
freak out.
Well, Chef Liz, who was recently on
Yes.
from Tenacious Eats.
Yep.
And she was talking about, I didn't know that she worked for the French Laundry.
She did a week stint there.
Well, it actually turned into 4 months.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
They were like, are you coming back? You got to be coming back. But the meticulous side of that,
Yep.
you have to. It's your brand. It's the things
Yeah.
that you're representing. And it's like, if you don't have it to that level,
Yes.
you're ruining my brand.
And Liz and she's incredible with just her ideas, and
Yeah.
she executes. She makes action.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's good for her.
Yep.
A lot of garlic. We love garlic.
A
Garlic
lot
and
of
bacon.
garlic.
All right. Well, how about some more? There
This
you go. Cool.
keeps the vampires away.
That would be Emerald's input. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Emerald.
All right. All right. So we are going to get the potatoes over yonder.
Over here?
Yep.
Oh,
There you go. Thank you.
you bet.
So I like to cook. We'll cook them in salt water.
Are
So
these just russet potatoes or what
I
are
use
these?
the Yukons. You
Yukon,
just got to be
good.
careful because they're not as starchy as an Idaho
Okay.
baked potato or a red potato. These are less starchy, so they may break apart.
Okay.
But they're sweeter.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna add this in.
So is that kind of like with
Put that off the
onions? Like
side.
I like Vidalia. I'm not a big onion fan, but if I'm going to do an onion, I like a Vidalia onion because they're a little sweeter. Do you like them or no?
I love them. They only are available about a month of the year. Only available out of 4 counties in Georgia, and a lot of people don't tell the truth.
Oh,
so
interesting.
If you look for a Georgia sticker on your
then you can trust.
Eh.
Oh my gosh, I love what we learn every week. So there's some fake things out there.
Yes.
We are not fake on this show.
No. Okay, so we're excited. So we're talking food. So when I part cook the potatoes, salt, water. So salt brings out the natural flavor.
Gotcha.
You don't put any water or salt, it sucks. You put too much salt, it sucks. So that's the Jersey.
You get that?
That's
It
the Jersey.
sucks.
That's the Jersey version. She told me to be real.
I do want you to be real.
Okay, so that was par cooked, so they're fork tender.
Okay.
And then now we're gonna just add in. We're gonna do a little balsamic vinegar on this one,
Gotcha.
or apple cider vinegar.
Oh, okay. Apple cider vinegar is for everything. Ailments, food.
Correct. So I wouldn't use raw apple cider vinegar for this because it's just going to destroy the mother that's in that. But apple cider or balsamic, or there's a white balsamic. So here we have our chicken stock. Okay.
Okay. Did you say we would destroy the mother?
So that is the probiotic.
Probiotics?
In raw apple cider vinegar.
The mother.
Yes.
Where's the father?
It's
He
all
left.
about.
He left the coop.
It's all about the mother. So.
Yeah, it is all about the mother.
All right.
Again, if you're just tuning in, we're at Simon Brothers Appliances in West County on Manchester in the Baldwin area with Chef Jack Mac. We're making some German potato salad. We're going to do some Brussels sprouts, and we got some STL, St. Louis ribs in there.
So I'm a little heavy on the stock, so we're going to let it reduce a little bit.
Okay.
Put that up front when we got time.
How about we take a quick break?
All right, very good. Thank
You got it. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back. If you have any questions, you want to make any comments, you'll want the recipe, we'll shoot that to you as well. Hope you're having a great one. Again, as you get ready for your own holiday celebration, more of our Foodie Friday when you return. And welcome back. If you're just tuning in, you've missed some fun. We are visiting with Chef Jack Mac again. He has had a long, illustrious career.
My long-lost cousin, yes.
Yes, we are long-lost cousins, we just found out. But right now, again, teaching some classes, working at Old Hickory. He's just done a ton in his career. And we're taking some of his favorites, but also because it's America's holiday. Yeah. We're going to do St. Louis ribs. They're already in the oven. We have been making the German potato salad, which Chef Jack Mac said, hey, this is pretty simple as long as you do it right. And then we've got some blanched Brussels sprouts.
Well, we're going to finish up the German potato salad with bacon. Okay. And we have some chopped up green onion and a lot of parsley. They love, nice fresh element to it. Okay. And we have our spoon here, and we're going to just mix that in.
And as he stressed, with bacon, because he is the bacon champion after all.
Correct.
I'm just going to call you Chef Bacon Man.
That's it. All right, so here's another thing. Make this the day before. The flavors marry. Bring it out an hour before you want to serve it. Okay. And serve it at room temperature. So it's like making a soup. Let it sit a whole day. And that German potato salad will be fire.
Well, and it doesn't stress all of you that are hosting, trying to do all of this the day of.
It's definitely the same thing with the Brussels sprouts. So we're gonna go, as we blanched, par cooked the potatoes, we blanched in salt water the Brussels sprouts, which are right here. Yes. And lovely, it locks in the chlorophyll.
So when do you know that's done?
So I fork tender it just lightly because I'm going to cook it here with the bacon. Okay. But I'm going to add a little onion.
Onion. He did it. Onion.
I just normally talk like that. And then we have a lot of garlic. Okay. Because there's always a lot of room for garlic there, okay?
So you mentioned earlier, Cajun would be your favorite cuisine?
I didn't like spicy food until I was 30. Oh. But I had one of my mentor chefs was 7 years executive chef in Nolans.
Nolans, yep.
And he taught me everything for New Orleans cuisine.
Okay.
And from quintessential. And so I've won a lot of Cajun cook-offs here in town.
Yes.
And I love all Cajun. So
I love all things spicy. So
all right. Well,
I
that'll
got to
be
have some
another
more.
show.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
I'll see
You're
you in
welcome back.
I'll see you in February.
Okay,
All right.
let's do Mardi Gras.
Okay, so here we have our bacon, onion, and garlic.
Okay.
And let's a little salt and pepper. Let's get.
And I asked him earlier, what are you using for salt? You said kosher salt.
All right, so we have that done. Okay.
And let's talk about your spices again, by the way, and where they can get them.
So at chefjackmac.com, we have 7 different spice blends. And I've been making, the first one was Killer Cajun Rub in 1994.
This was the first?
Yep.
Killer Cajun. I'd be all over that.
Yes.
Okay.
And what I was saying before, they all have at least 11 ingredients. So salt and sugar are balanced out, are actually small part of the recipe.
Oh, this is like, do you have to wear a members only jacket
Well,
when you eat this? Members rub?
It was originally called Rub Your Member. So we changed the name, for it's a family show.
Wow,
you
really?
So,
okay. He just made me blush.
well, you said to be real.
Cuz,
So,
come on. No, I do
all
want you.
right. Okay.
Mighty Steak Rub,
So I want to talk about the Mighty Steak Rub for a second.
please.
So those are going to be grilling steaks. A lot of these ovens have grits on them.
Yes.
Okay. And you want to take your steak out like an hour. We talk about room temperature food. If you want a juicy, tender steak, you got buy a nice choice steak and then season the steak liberally on each side and let it sit out for an hour. And like this grit comes off, and there's either a flat top or a grill here or outside. But then grill that steak about 5-6 minutes on each side, mid-rare, perfect, and it'll be the best tasting steak, tender and juicy.
Because people like it thick and juicy.
Correct.
Come on. Baby got back. Mexican madness, we talked about.
All right, so
look, you're my everything.
Hold on. So
Oh, yeah, you want to go
so
Mexican madness?
my first executive chef job in Vail was 24 Mexicans and me, and they taught me real Mexican food. So I've learned from authentic people of different cuisines.
So you're coming back for February, and then you're going to come back for Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, I'm booking the whole year. Now,
You're my everything.
So that's my East Coast version of that. Now, everything seasoning is heavy garlic. This is more floral. It has celery seed in it and some poppy seed in it.
Is it open?
Yeah, sure. It is now.
Oh, it's not.
No, but
Open it?
no, it's okay.
Oh, yeah, very floral.
And that
It smells like lavender.
So we were talking about Juliet earlier. It's phenomenal with avocado toast. We like to do like some fresh summer zucchini and squashes and whatnot. Saute that up and then finish with the everything. You're my everything. Amazing. Okay?
And then we talked about Rachel's Rub, and then lastly, just got back from Italy, actually, totally Tuscan.
And I've been to Italy as well. And what I want to say about that, I learned that in 93, 94 as a wet rub, stuffing in a suckling pig by Chef Steve Varian, a good friend of mine. And I would turn it into a dry rub in the early 2000s. I made it famous at Sage and Soulard in 2007.
Oh,
okay.
Sage. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Yes,
Good place.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Wow, absolutely.
Okay.
And then he's a beekeeper, by the way, since 2010.
So,
Got his own honey.
So that's what's funny about that is I am petrified of bees.
Oh. So become a beekeeper.
Well, my buddy Mick, he had bees, and he's the tomato whisperer from Weldon Springs. And I met him when I was 6 and 7 at Old Hickory, and I went to his farm. And there's 50,000 bees flying around. I'm like, dude, what's going on? And I would eventually fall in love with what the pollinators are and how important they are. And a couple years later, he owed me a few dollars, and I was like, I'll take a hive. And Rachel was like, no way. And I got the hive, and it's been the most rewarding hobby I've ever had.
Oh my God,
yes,
that's fascinating.
So let me just talk about this for a second.
Yep.
So we have vinegar to add, okay, and lemon juice, okay. So I want to turn it down a little bit. I'm gonna this one here, but that's caramelizing. You hear it sauteing?
I do.
Okay. So we could turn these over. You want to turn those over?
Sure.
And here's the towel.
Okay.
And I'm going to get the other.
Because we don't want to burn me, cuz.
Okay. So right above you, I'm going to use our. We're going to zest some, which has the lemon oils.
Okay.
Okay. I turn that like a pitch in a baseball.
Okay.
See how I do that?
Yep.
Okay. It's really.
Did you play baseball?
Nah.
No.
I
You
was a-
could have. You had a good curveball going on right there.
Okay. So then I'm going to cut this in half.
Okay.
And I have.
Can I just say that Jersey Jack Mac is truly an inspiration.
Well, thank you.
Then let me tell you why. This man is going through cancer. And you have been for how long now?
20 months.
20 months. You are a rock star.
Thank you.
He was like, Monica, I hope I don't have like chemo brain. And you're doing wonderful. Colon, liver?
Stage 4, yeah. So it's just been a journey, and thank you, appreciate it. And, just try to be an inspiration, showing up every day. And, you know,
are.
I don't ask why, I just do what I got to do.
Love that comment.
But it is, I have great support from my wife, Rachel, my family, my daughter, Juliet, my brother-in-law, my whole in-laws, my family, and people just reaching out every day and sharing love. We're fighting it, and we're going to get it. So that's where
You
we're
are.
at.
And one of the things that I love about this, he was like, okay, I was told right away, here's what I need to cut out. How many times have you heard what feeds cancer?
Sugar.
Sugar.
Yes.
Get rid of sugar, folks. If he can be an inspiration and teach you right now, you need to start eradicating sugar from your life.
Sugar is more addicting than certain drugs, and it's a hard thing to cut out, and as well as having just berries and not like I love pineapple, but it's loaded with real sugar. So
it's the high glycemic index.
Correct. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna put some raw honey in here. So
that's nature.
But we're gonna talk. Yeah, this is real. But what I want to say is, when I add raw honey to like vegetables, or especially something like this, some sour, sweet onion and garlic. We got the balsamic and the Brussels sprouts. We turn it and take it off the heat. Okay. Bring it over here. Just bring it right over. And now I'm just gonna do a little. So first off, I'm gonna just taste a little bit more.
Because every chef should taste their food. Just like bartenders should taste their drink that they're making.
I normally have a fork full, but I'll wait.
Do you want a fork?
I'm good right now.
Okay.
Let's just do a little. This only needs like a tablespoon. And you see that's some God's gold right there. Okay, you can mix that.
God's gold.
It truly is. I mean, it's amazing. So.
Do you want me to mix again?
Yep, just lightly. Use your towel to hold the switch that way. She's not listening. So, come on, there you go.
Hey, I got burned earlier. I'm watching myself.
There you go. All right. So we have our warm German bacon potato salad. And then we have our bacon Brussels sprouts, and then
bacon,
and then we're gonna bring out the ribs. Should be almost done. Okay. And we'll make our platter soon.
So we'll take our final break, and this team behind us. How excited are all of you to eat?
Yeah.
See. Yes. By the way, men call bacon meat candy.
Meat.
Just saying. All right, our Foodie Friday from Slyman Brothers Appliances in West County, and we are going to wrap up and let the team taste when we return.
Awesome.
Carroll House has the furniture you're dreaming of.
For big family gatherings, for entertaining friends, or just hanging out.
For working from home or resting after work.
For kids growing up or young adults moving out.
Whether you're updating your first home, your next home, or your dream home.
Whatever the reason you're shopping, we have the furniture you're dreaming of at Carroll House.
Because you like nice things. Carroll House has the furniture you're dreaming of.
For big family gatherings, for entertaining friends, or just hanging out.
For working from home.
Big family gatherings, for entertaining friends, or just hanging out.
For working from home or resting after work.
For kids growing up or young adults moving out.
Whether you're updating your first home, your next home, or your dream home.
Whatever the reason you're shopping, we have the furniture you're dreaming of at Carroll House.
Because you like nice things.
All right, their favorite time to eat. Who
Yes.
doesn't love to hear those 3 words ringing the dinner bell?
It's been
We need
fun.
a bell.
Yeah, time to run.
Mom said it's time to eat.
I smell bacon.
Let's not wait 18 years to do this again.
Please.
It is so good to see you.
I think
again,
we've eyed out 3 more shows. So.
well, we're family after all, so we
Yeah.
should be at each other's home.
Yeah.
If you're just tuning in, please go back and watch the beginning of this. And as we wrap up, share this with your family and friends. After all, they might be looking for some inspiration on today, America's birthday. So happy 4th of July to all of you. We have bacon involved in these dishes because he is, in fact, the champion in the bacon industry, the bacon world from a chef standpoint. So German potato salad, bacon. We made some Brussels sprouts, bacon. You ready to get this dog out?
Pork.
Pork.
There you go.
And again, we want to thank Simon Brothers for letting us use their beautiful kitchen. We are at Simon Brothers Appliances in Baldwin on Manchester. When it comes time for you to get a new appliance, remember them. Support those that support us. 60 years in Brisbane. They just celebrated
That's
60
amazing.
years. I know.
Beautiful, beautiful showroom. Great
Yes.
staff. Been very nice.
This looks incredible.
So my favorite sauce is a smoky, spicy sauce. Okay.
I'm there with you.
And then what I suggest, just say Sweet Baby Ray's.
Mm-hmm.
If you love that and you want to kick it up a notch like Emerald does, put some Members Rub in it or put some Rachel's Rub in it, and that takes that barbecue sauce to the next level.
You know, I can never, ever, ever hear that again without thinking of Rub Your Member.
That's right.
You missed it. If you know, you know. Yeah.
There you go.
You
So
know.
I want you to take a look at the rib. It's where it's receded off the bone. It's
Yep.
bending, but it's not mushy.
Right.
So that's a trick. When you're in competition, is not to have. If you have a mushy rib,
You're out.
You're not your last place.
They
okay?
said, why did you even enter?
Exactly. So what we're gonna do is so therefore there's a bend to it, and
Okay.
it's not breaking apart.
Okay, and it's not dried out.
Correct.
You double wrapped it.
Yep. So let's actually we're gonna just go ahead and serve
Little
that.
bit?
Yep, on there.
Okay. These Brussels sprouts, I can't wait to taste
Here, I'll
this.
hold it for you.
Oh, you have a little blanching that
There you
was
go.
done on this.
Correct.
So for people who have had, and we talked about this,
Yes.
have had Brussels sprouts that have been done wrong, you just need to bring them back to the table because they are incredible. They just have to be made right.
That's good. So I still to this day, I get people that will say, "Oh, I hate Brussels sprouts until I had yours," and that's. But there's a way to cook them correctly.
Yeah.
And it was a simple technique of blanching it in salt water, which brought out takes away some of its harsh flavor,
The bitterness?
Yep. But
Yeah.
the salt brings out the natural flavor, sweetness of the Brussels sprout.
You want me to put them here?
Yep. So
Okay.
this is our warm German potato salad with bacon.
I can't wait to try this.
All right, very
it
good.
just looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
A little more?
Yep.
Okay. That smells good. I could smell the mustard.
Excellent.
Okay.
Put that in there. Put that over there.
Okay. And now time for the pork. Take its place.
I don't think these are going to last long.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Waiting in the
Right.
background. There they are.
So there we go. And then it's
So when
little
you
green
get
onion.
invited over to someone's
brown.
house, that looks beautiful. Look at this. I mean, that's Instagram worthy.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
That's a double fist. When people invite you over, are you ever just able to relax, or are they always looking for tips from you?
Okay, so I want to bring food. So that's something, like
Yeah.
don't serve me beef mascacholi. I'll bring something there. Okay.
Yep.
So I really want to serve. I want to bring something. And yes, I'm going to elevate it because I'm Jack Mac. So, but as in tips, I'm always sharing. As been a teaching instructor for over 20 years.
Right.
It's just natural to help people. I want them to make it right so they don't have terrible Brussels sprouts. Sure. And I think it makes a difference.
That's a true leader, just wanting to pay it forward.
Yeah, definitely.
I love you, my friend.
Oh, thank you.
And I am so glad that we've been reconnected. Thanks to Bill, by the way, your brother-in-law,
Yeah.
who we've actually known each other for a little while as well.
Yeah,
And so,
excellent.
I love it. So it's time to eat. And for all of you, happy birthday, America, and have a wonderful time. Be smart. Don't get into family
safe. Yeah,
arguments. Be safe. Designated
Happy Fourth.
driver. Yeah, have a fantastic one. And by the way, reach out to me if you have a chef or a restaurant you would like for us to feature. Shoot me an email at info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. We'll see you next week with another Foodie Friday, another dear friend that I've known for a long, long time, Chef Marianne Moore, another rock star in the kitchen.
She's awesome.
She
Yeah.
is. Thank you again.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Thank you,
Happy
Matt.
4th of July.
Thank you, Monica.
All right, everybody, wasn't that fun? Look who joined me, the birthday girl. So for all of you that are just tuning in, we wished her a happy birthday this morning. Happy birthday to America and happy birthday to Miss Independent. What do you want to say to the community? Thank you for supporting Mama, right? Did you have fun with that? We have taped those, by the way. Okay, I'm going to let her down. Hold on, folks. Don't break your neck. Hold on. Okay. On Mondays and Tuesdays, we tape those at Slyman Brothers in South County or West County. We have so much fun with them. I've loved the chefs that we have featured. I really enjoyed the one that I did with my mother. Had a great time with the one that I did with my husband. We also did one with Jenny's daughter. Hopefully you saw that. We have featured Trattoria Giuseppe. I loved being in your kitchen. And then we've got more chefs to come. Marianne Moore, as I mentioned, next week. And then Quitron from Miley and Nudo House. Keep them coming. Do you have a chef or a restaurant that you would love for us to feature? Let me know. Yep. Jenny said, hi, my girl. There you go. Happy birthday to Adelaide. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to work that food off, even though it was unbelievable. You had to watch my reel that I put together last night. If you didn't check that out on my page, because I tasted that rib, and I'm not usually a big rib fan. It fell off the bone. It had the most incredible seasoning. So definitely check out what Jenny's popping into moderation. Jack Mac Seasonings. You're my everything he gave me. I can't wait to try that. He gave me also the Cajun one. Jenny, you'll have to let everybody know which one that you had. I think it was probably for grilling also. I think she was going to turn that over to her husband. But yeah, check out and support local, support Jack Mac. Again, shoot me an email. Let me know who you would like to see in the near future with our Foodie Fridays that we have coming up. Okay, everybody. So we're going to work off that food. It's the fitness part of our Fridays next. Welcome to the mobile Monica version of the Real Monica Adams Show at my favorite restaurant. There's something about a coffee house that's just very warm and welcoming.
Gives you that sense of community.
What are you most proud of since you've opened it?
I cry easily. I'm thankful for everybody here.
You opened the door during the middle of the pandemic. You got the best Italian restaurant in the United States. Here in St. Louis, you put us on the map. Does it scare you? Do you go through fear?
Terrifying.
So how do you get past the fear?
We find something to laugh about.
All right, I told you it's a pull day. We're gonna get up on the chin assist machine. Remember to always check that weight stack to make sure you have the right weight. You're not gonna hurt yourself or be left hanging. If you don't have a pull down machine or a pull up machine, you can use bands at home, but I'm gonna do the pull up here. So come into the machine. I'm gonna use an inside grip, again for my shoulder. You wanna get down to a complete hang and do the pull up all the way up, all the way back down, not slamming the machine. Looking straight up or straight forward, now twisting the neck, engaging the core, draw that navel in. I'm squeezing my glutes a little bit to keep the core strong as well. Breathing up, breathing out, I should say, on the way up. 7. In all our pull days, we can also work our shoulders and our biceps because those are our helper muscles right now as we work our biggest muscle here, our back. So we did pressing muscles, chest, and triceps and shoulders the last time we met. I'm going to do 2 more here. So those would be called push days. This is a pull day. All the way up, and remember, use the weight of your leg so it doesn't slam back up, slowly on the way back down. Like I mentioned, if you don't have access to the incredible Crunch Fitness gym that I'm at right now, you can do bands, or you can have a partner where they assist you. They stand behind you, grab your ankles, or maybe they put your ankles against your feet against your thighs. They push into it a little bit as they go to do the pull-up. More and more, getting stronger. And ladies, you want to look incredible in a dress, work that back. All right, working out at Crunch Fitness, the West County location, super excited. St. Peter's, the next location's coming to you. So that's Florissant, Baldwin, St. Peter's, and more to come. I'm gonna grab a BOSU ball now. Why? I wanna work a little balance in this next exercise. So I am working my back, but I'm gonna step on this
while I do a typical row move. So you want to advance a little bit. You do you, but I'm going to advance a little bit. Step on here, challenge my balance while I do row work. Watch. All right, working out at Crunch Fitness, the West County location. Here we are. Stepping on, challenging our balance, flattening that back, up, 2, 3, 4. Again, just another element into it. You can do it on the ground though, and you can lighten your weights. I'm going a little heavier today. 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. I've got one more set of that. Then we go to exercise number 3. Okay, number 3, and this one's going to be for our low back, a little bit of our glutes and some hamstrings as well. Get some core muscles engaged. I'm going to grab a plate if you don't have a plate, and in the words of my client Ann, I don't mean a dinner plate. I mean one of these. I'm going to grab a yellow one, and here at Crunch, this represents 25 pounds. I'm going to put it up against me so as not to mess up the microphone. Let's hold it down low a little bit, and we're going to go into a good morning. Back on my heels a little bit. In an ideal world, I'd have this up against my chest, but I don't want to rub against the microphone. Okay, using my low back, kind of like a hyperextension machine. I might go up and wait a little bit. It feels a little easy. We're working our pull day today. Back muscles. We're going to do some shoulders and biceps in a bit. And I also told you we're going to get a little cardio and some core in. Again, this feels too easy. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Down, pause, squeeze, push to those heels, and engage the glutes and the erector muscle. Again, modify if you need to, or advance, and always check with your physician. Okay, I gotta say, why didn't I use Monica Blue in the first place? That yellow was too easy. How about a little Monica Blue coming into play? And this truly is right about Monica Blue. Yeah, that's better. Slow and controlled. This is my last round. I'm probably messing the microphone up, but what are you gonna do? Trying to take care of all of you without having somebody shoot for me. I gotta get my interns on this, don't I? Let me flatten that back a little more. 5, 4. Yeah, I can feel this more. 3, 2, 1. Monica Blue, that was the right color. All right, we're going to wrap it up, and this time I'm going to do a superset, or 2 exercises without any rest. We're going to get our shoulders and our biceps together, and I'm going to go right into a cardio exercise, so really kind of a triple set. Let me grab, how about some 15-pound weights? Let's try that. All right, here we go. Ready? I'm going to turn them inward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, pick the weight that makes sense for you. Check with your doctor. Make sure that this is going to bother your neck or your shoulders, your wrists, your biceps, anything like that. Let's do a couple more here. Watch, no rest. I'm going to go right into my biceps. I could do hammer curls. I could do outer curls. I could do rotational curls. Again, you do you. I love hammers, by the way. Try not to rock too much. Or we can go back and forth, changing the angles up. Come out wide. Finish strong. And then how about rotating? 3, 2, 1. Now watch, I'm going to set it down. I'm going to go right into a cardio move. Oh, who doesn't love a good slam ball? So I'm going to raise way up on my toes. Down. Let's do 10 of these. A little finisher. Go right down at that ball. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, folks, I have 2 more sets to do, but I'm going to tell you, if you haven't been to Crunch Fitness, I highly recommend you come here. Such a warm, welcoming community, 45,000 square feet. of workout space, wonderful classes, everything you need, red light therapy, tanning, and even massage. Right here. Get your crunch on. By the way, welcome to the Tea Spout. We've got a Mobile Monica coming up July 31st in Chesterfield, so join us.
And I'll be telling you about that Mobile Monica in just a second. So I hope you have enjoyed all of the work that my team has put into today's show. Thank you to Zach Kimball for editing our wonderful Foodie Friday. Thank you to Jenny Egan, as always, for being my everything, just like that seasoning from Jack Mac. You're my everything, Jenny. Thank you so much for moderating, of course, this morning. And thank you to our interns. I call them my apprentice, right? They're in the apprenticeship. So Gabriel Bell, Miranda Devers, and Hayden Schwab. And by the way, do you have a student that would like to be a part of learning from the broadcasting side and the talk show side, the podcasting side, the way broadcasting is going? Have them reach out to me. I've got one intern on tap already for the fall. We've got room for a couple of more. Doesn't matter where they are. You have them reach out to me or maybe have their professors. We're working with different colleges. We have one, Miranda is from Mizzou. We have St. Charles Community College, where they heard me speak at the Entrepreneurial Symposium. It all started 2 years ago with Caroline, who came to me from Syracuse. And then we had a lot of interns from SIUE. So I would love to continue to work with different universities and different programs. So I hope you enjoyed the food part of it, the fitness part of it. And right now it's time for us to do a giveaway. That's right. We are giving away 1-year gym memberships each month to some lucky viewer. Last month, it was Michael T. Gray. Now we're going to spin the wheel. And as we spin it, let me see what I can come up with here. All right, it's spinning around and it's just landed. Okay. Oh, it picked one. Here we go. Cindra Smith. Congratulations, Cindra. Cindra gets a 1-year membership to Crunch Fitness. Cindra gets her choice. There, of course, is a location. First of all, in Florissant. The location I go to is at 141 in Manchester. And then if you live out in St. Charles County, St. Peter's is opening up in just a matter of a couple of weeks, a few weeks max. I think it was around July 22nd, 23rd. Don't quote me on that, but I know it's right around that time period. St. Peter's, and then more to come. So once again, our winner for today, Cindra Smith. Do you want to win a 1-year membership? I already saw Angie said, put me into the drawing. So we have another one coming up for you in August, September, October, November, December, all the way through the end of the year. You would literally have to do nothing more than say, I want to be in the drawing. And then we'll spin the wheel like I just did. And we will pull a name out. So now Michael Gray, Cindra Smith, getting their workout on and changing their lives. We're going to bring our devotional in and tell you where our mobile Monicas will be coming up.
Carol House has the furniture you're dreaming of.
For big family gatherings, for entertaining friends, or just hanging out.
For working from home or resting after work.
For kids growing up, or young adults moving out.
Whether you're updating your first home, your next home, or your dream home.
Whatever the reason you're shopping, we have the furniture you're dreaming of at Carol House.
Because you like nice things.
Well, welcome back. Once again, thanks so much for tuning in today on this holiday. I'm so thrilled to have had you with us. Maybe some of you are just waking up, and that's fine. You can go back and watch the show. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. We have it on X and Rumble, Instagram. All of you that are over on Instagram watching this morning, thank you so much for joining in. Be sure to share this with your family and friends. The Instagram one is the only one that goes away as soon as the show's over. So let me go back to some comments. Yep, we do love Tenacious Eats and Gordon Ramsay, Chef Mark Miller, Marianne Moore again coming up next week. Some great chefs. Quitron coming up. Diane said my mom could make a great German potato salad. And I responded back saying my sister-in-law, who got up and was watching, she said she loves to make hers as well. Stephanie said everything looked good. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Be cool, be safe. Kathy, happy 4th to you. Celebrating today. Also be safe. Let's see. Happy 4th of July. Great show. Awesome Awesome Chef. Thank you so very much. Tina said hers is a hot Bavarian potato salad. It is her Oma's recipe. Yeah. Are you passing things down from generations? That's what I love. Okay. So Jenny said that the seasoning that she got from Jack Mac was the one that he used for the ribs, which I'm going to tell you was a little spicy, a little sweet, a little savory. So that's the one that she would probably recommend. It was so good. And I mean this. My husband's in the background smoking a pork butt for everybody tomorrow. I wish I would have had that seasoning, but we love seasoning here. We've got some good ones. Love the T-Spout shirt. Okay, so everybody, do you know about the T-Spout? If not, I'm going to have Jenny drop in their website so that you can find out more. We have a Mobile Monica coming up July 31st at the T-Spout in Chesterfield. So all of you that are out in St. Charles County, West County, St. Louis County, I don't care, wherever you want to come from, be there with us on July 31st. Again, at the T-Spout in Chesterfield, yes, they have tea, but they also have coffee, and they've got some incredible wellness ones, by the way. A lot of you are saying you're excited about learning about the mushroom beverages, mushroom tea, mushroom coffee. She's all about, Amber Hamilton, by the way, is the owner. She's all about wellness and how she has really just dug in to find out more and more and more for her kiddos and then for her community. Better rest, natural energy, immune boosting. And they serve breakfast all day, but they also have lunch. But here's some of the breakfast menu. When you come on July 31st with us, maybe you want some avocado toast, some waffles, a breakfast sandwich, breakfast burrito. They've got bagels. You can put so many things on, but it's all about health, 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 and a lot of wellness. So again, July 31st. Before that, though, we've got our makeover show at NCJW. That's the resale shop in Creve Coeur. They're located at 295 North Lindbergh. So at 9 o'clock that morning, we'll be doing our makeover show for the first time ever with those ladies. We already had one of our models go in. We've got a few more that will be going in next week to get fitted. I only get a chance to see their before picture until the morning of. And if you by chance want to be a part of that show, again, all you have to do is be available that day and provide us with the before picture, and then take it from there. They will put you into what they think will really accentuate who you are, the natural side of you. By the way, NCJW, they've got a back to school store on Sunday, August 3rd, one of their special events. And there's many levels to what they do there. You can volunteer, you can donate, you can drop in store. And also remember that they have men's and women's clothes. So we've done a lot of makeover shows with the Vault, and the Vault works hand in hand, by the way, with the ladies at NCJW. Because when you go to the Vault, they may say, yeah, we want to buy these things from you. And if not, if they say, nope, this doesn't work for us, they will either tell you you can take it back, donate it to whoever you want, or they work hand in hand with the ladies at NCJW. So I just absolutely love that combination. Jenny said, I wish I was as comfortable as you in a gym. Gyms are scary to me. It's okay. We're going to get you past your fear. Lori, I'm doing a pool day morning. Laps. Not allowed to do any of this, unfortunately. Not allowed to. I don't understand what that means. Kathleen Morris, great show today. Thank you so very much. Yay. No excuses now. Yes, congratulations, Sindra. That's right. I can't wait. I'll get you all hooked up so that you can get your workout on. Harriet, Monica, I want to be in the future crunch drawing. Okay, great show. Happy 4th, everybody. Harriet, we got you down. Angie, we got you down. We got it. Jenny's keeping track of all of that. So we'll give the next one away in August. If you are just tuning in, or you have a friend or family that has been wanting to join the gym, tell them to enter in our drawing. Again, it's that simple. We just spin the wheel and it spits out whoever the winner is. So again, congratulations, Sindra. And Sindra, if you ever want to come to the Baldwin location, that's where I work out. Well, you've been hearing it behind me, the pool. Let me show you. Let me spin things around for you for a second. There it is. Can't wait. We are getting everything ready for our get together tomorrow. Wherever you are with your family and friends, I want you to be safe. And if you would like to have a pool in your backyard for next year, because it's just oppressively hot and you're like, yeah, we need a pool. Well, how about just pools? How about go in, talk with Madonna and her team and say, you know what, I've been seeing you on the Real Monica Adams show. I want to talk about what it would take to get one of those in my backyard. So this is theirs, by the way, when you drive down the outer road in Arnold. They're located at 3987 West Outer Road. Just Pools. They have the friendliest staff, and they can talk to you about what it would take to get that in your backyard. If you're thinking about maybe building a home and you're like, I want to have a pool. Trust me, I've had them my whole life. My mom and dad had an above ground. Then they went to an in-ground. I bought my house in Afton, made sure that it had a pool. And then when Jim and I were looking for our home, it was me wanting the look of the pool in the back and just it's just calming, right? And you love to entertain. Nothing better than having a pool. Again, Just Pools, the pool and spa specialist. Please support those that support us. On the West Outer Road, they are pool and spa specialists, 636-464-7110. Go in, tell them thank you for being a part of our show, and take advantage of the 10% off that they have. Again, they are off. Let's see, they're off today. They have limited hours tomorrow from like 10 to 1, I think it is. And then on Sunday, they are closed. So they are closed on Sundays, by the way. Just Pools. Thank you to them. Thank you to GradeWorks LLC for sponsoring our What the Weather segment. Thank you to Crunch Fitness being a part of our wellness. Just Pools, I just mentioned. Slyman Brothers Appliances for our Foodie Fridays. Carroll House Furniture has been with us for a handful of months. Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa. Defiance Ridge Vineyards. Dot Fleshman Real Estate Agent. And your name could be listed among all of them because we are putting like-minded together, right? All we want is better for the world. And if you align with that mission, then let's do it. If you'd like to become a sponsor, here's my email address. And then we also bring faith into play. So on this July 4th, let's wish you the safest holiday, wonderful ones with family and friends, being a part of just joy, right? We all want it to be happiness across the board. So we're going to read from Jesus Calling. When you worship me in spirit and truth, you join with choirs of angels who are continually before my throne. Though you cannot hear their voices, your praise and thanksgiving are distinctly audible in heaven. Your petitions are also heard, but it is your gratitude that clears the way to my heart. With the way between us wide open, my blessings fall upon you in rich abundance. The greatest bliss is nearness to me, abundant joy and peace in my presence. Practice praising and thanking me continually throughout the day. So faith, family, fitness, food, we got all the F's on this Friday. I hope you have a beautiful one with your family and friends. Yeah, all of you that are coming on, happy 4th, Ewan. Thank you so much for watching this morning. Happy 4th to you and to all, he says. I love it. We are reaching people in other countries, of course, all throughout the United States. And we are celebrating today on this 4th how much we love America. Have a beautiful one, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you on Monday morning. We've got some great guests on tap next week, including the ladies from NCJW. They'll be on with us Tuesday morning in studio. Wednesday, Darian Crisp. He is an incredible creator in the audio-visual editing aspect, but boy, does he have an amazing story of where he came from and how his family believed in him and helped to get him to where he wants to go. Thank you for all the hearts, Ewan. Love you, everybody. Thank you. I know there's still 60 of you on, but we got to get going and get to you celebrating your holiday. Hug on your family and friends a little bit more and remember to show them kindness. God bless you all. Be kind.